Ladies and gentlemen, I am Melvin Banks,
And this is Ito,
and we are
the Carbonation
Nation
Conversation.
Conversation. We're gonna get that right one of these days. Reviewing Daredevil. It's episode 5 and 6, right?
Yep.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Did seven drop today? Doesn't seven drop on Tuesdays?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's the seventh is gonna drop today. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Um, and with that said, definitely like and subscribe, do all of that jazz as we start to, try to be as much as consistent as we possibly can. At least it's gonna be out in a weekly period. We haven't yet established a day. But we seem to
Yeah.
be some, we're trying to be consistent in here and more reviews to come. You and I do have to have a conversation about WWE and see if we want
Uh,
to do that because I do know like The Last of Us is coming up and all of that
right.
stuff.
Right.
But let's talk Daredevil episode 5. Not gonna lie, wasn't a fan at all. Uh,
Really?
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong if you want to talk about action and all of that, but to me, it was kind of a filler episode. To me, there was no point, unless the point is
Yeah.
just to establish a relationship with, which, doing, not even really doing any research. I just wanted to know his name, in the episode, Yusuf.
Yeah. Yusuf Khan.
Yes. Did you watch Miss Marvel at all?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Is that her dad?
Yes.
Okay. So I understand the connection. I mean, I haven't watched Miss Marvel. Haven't watched a lot of the Marvel TV shows. The only show I've watched was WandaVision. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Moonlight. Awesome. I haven't watched Loki. I know you've been getting on me about that. Uh,
Yes.
and
Probably the best of them all.
Wow. Okay. But yeah, I haven't watched that. So I understand his input and basically correct me if I'm wrong, the whole story really consists of Matt going in there to take a loan and a robbery
Yeah.
takes place. Is there any
Yes.
other thing that happens in this episode? I don't know if you have any extra notes on any other things, because correct me if I'm wrong.
No, it's all. That's why I'm assuming that's why they did the 2 episodes since
Okay.
they didn't want to release a filler.
Yeah.
So about 90% of the people I saw review it actually loved this and they like both
Ah,
episodes. You know what I
yeah.
mean? The fact you could watch 2 episodes back to back and they're both
Oh
fun,
no, yeah, the two
action
episodes back to
episodes,
back.
you know. So I'm assuming that's why they did that. So people like you,
Yeah, yeah,
it's a
because
filler.
yeah,
It's a filler. It's a
to me
good
it
ass
definitely
episode to
yeah,
me.
because
I thought that was a
what
great episode.
yeah, yeah. What's so crazy to me is uh I was trying to figure out how Matt was gonna figure this out. And not one point did Yusuf say, how the hell are you doing all this? At not one point did he ask. I mean, because you could,
I
the
mean, he gave and Miss Marvel, he's seen a lot.
what I'm saying? I guess he's like right to him. That's
He's
great.
seen a lot.
Like his
This
daughter
is
is.
all. Yeah. So he
You know
just
what I'm saying? At least,
blind guy with good senses, I
yeah,
guess.
at least the bad guys was, they could, like any
Yeah.
blind person. But dude, see, that's another thing. I couldn't be in the Marvel universe because my black ass would be like, how the fuck are you doing this? You walking without a cane now, my dude. Like, what is? Are you a mutant?
Okay. What?
The first question I would have been.
Corey, don't come on.
But yes, not saying I didn't like the characters in this. I really, to me, the character that stood out. What I think I have her name here, Angie Kim.
A
I don't
negotiator.
know
Yeah.
why.
She's been in something before too. This is like a return for her.
Yeah, okay,
With all these Marvel shows, apparently this is a return for her. You
okay,
know.
and I saw she was in your show Evil. I don't know who she was.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
but she apparently she was an evil. And the way she was just handling the interrogation, the joke about the penguin, I thought was hilarious. Like
Yeah,
I
right.
really enjoyed her character. Like, you know what I'm saying? I felt for Yusuf, don't get me wrong, because
So,
there was a certain time where I thought he was gonna get capped,
and
especially when uh when Matt was like, "We're gonna get you home to your daughter." I was like, ah, he ain't finna make it.
that's
Some of his characters say shit
uh,
like that. We're so used to like all the movie tropes.
yeah.
He'd be like lying and it just connects to a web. He gonna die. Like, you know. But
That's
no,
funny.
no, no. But yeah, go ahead, go ahead. T-
But there was a couple of little, things, little things here and there. Like they say, Kamala, Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, they're supposed to be starting like a young Marvel team,
okay.
and it's like already like it's supposed to be her. It's supposed to be like uh, uh Arrow's Green Arrow. What is that his name?
Yeah. Green Arrow?
Yeah, no, now you know what I'm talking about. Motherfucker. I think Green.
Well, no, I don't. I'm sorry, my son just came in here and he just totally threw me off right now. He's like literally like right here. And
Okay.
go, 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 go. And so he just totally green. And I green isn't the Green Arrow decent?
Yeah, no, I know, I know. It's the with Scarlet Witch. What's the other fucking guy with the arrows?
We'll tune in later to that because
Okay.
I'm just in the guy with the.
You, yeah, the guy that shoots the fucking arrows
Oh, you talking about
in
Hawkeye?
Avengers. Hawkeye, yes.
Oh, you talking because you threw me off. Does he wear green? That's what you.
No,
That's what
no, I
I.
just think Arrow. Arrow comes to
Oh,
my head all the
oh,
fucking
okay,
time.
okay,
So
okay, okay,
some
okay.
fucking reason I said
But
Green
yeah,
Arrow.
yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hawkeye. And what's so crazy is that's my
Remember, he had his show, and they
yeah,
had the
yeah.
the
What
girl was shooting the arrows in there, so she's supposed to join the Young Avengers. You know what I mean? They're supposed to be going after a couple people, and now this girl in the Daredevil, they say she might get the pendant, the young girl who,
yeah, I was seeing that too. I
right.
was recognizing that in the whole thing too.
So they're trying to connect the two worlds. That's why at the end of this episode, he invites him to dinner, and he accepts. So they'll meet again,
Yeah, that's
in
what
the
I was thinking.
future.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was definitely thinking about that as well when they were in Vino. But yeah, okay, so let's get to the nitty
yeah.
gritty. So with
Well, one last thing.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, it was like I said, one of those little things. The color mask the robbers were wearing.
Mm-hmm.
They say I heard someone say they represented the stones,
Oh,
like
really?
the Infinity Stones, because they are one of the only color that was missing from the group was orange, which is Soul Stone. But what was orange was the diamond that they were coming after.
I thought that had more significance
Yeah.
than just being a diamond. Um, I do like how this was I'm pretty sure this wasn't the first time, but in the bank scene, how you saw how Matt sees.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like again, I don't know if this is the first
It's
time.
not the first time.
Yeah, but I love that. That's incredible. And I've been wanting to talk to you about this briefly, and this is how much I feel like this episode is a filler. We can just have a brief conversation.
No, I mean it is. It
Uh,
is. Like I said, I agree.
yeah,
The fact that they showed the two, it was like, okay, we can accept it.
yeah,
In my point of view.
yeah, yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
The original Daredevil on Netflix was the beginning intro, and now I got Hazel coming in here. See, Hazel, go. Come on now, seriously, go, go, go. I don't know her ass coming in front of this camera will knock the whole damn thing down.
Oh yeah.
But was the intro similar to this?
From what I remember, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, because dude, I gotta say. I love this intro. It reminds me of Westworld so much.
Hmm.
Like that's the first thing I think of with Westworld and the music and the background. And that's why I
Yeah.
have to ask you because I don't really remember a lot of, I
Oh, yeah,
remember
I mean, it was years ago too, so I'm not 100%, but
yeah,
from what I remember, I believe it was, yeah.
yeah. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the villain played by I believe Cecilian O'Sullivan. Wow, that's a actor's Irish name. If it ain't one man, if it ain't one,
Definitely,
the
definitely.
mean streets of Boston. I always want to say that. And his name was Delvin, and
Devlin.
Devlin.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was it was kind of like Inside Man almost. He's robbing a place, don't want to hurt nobody. But unfortunately, Murdoch happens to be walking and he hears it. And
Yeah.
so he automatically tells Kirsten to call the police, and the police show up way earlier than he expected. But he has a plan B.
Of course.
And the plan B is basically seems like it seemed to me, even though it didn't get to that point, about the armor cars coming there, but it seems like he was going to take the hostages with him. Like he was going to use
It
that.
made it seem like it, but I mean, nah, I feel like that he had his plan, and we saw how it worked out because they had that inside the girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he had like a backup cop uniform and all that. So he knew what the fuck he was doing it
Yeah.
for
What
him to get
about
out of it.
everybody else? That
I
was
guess he doing.
crazy to me. Like,
Apparently, it was just about him getting out and her getting this, and him passing her the stone.
see
You
here,
know, and
kids.
there was hints because Murdoch, when he first came here, he was hearing everybody's heartbeat and they were all going fast. But that girl, the inside one, she was the only one that had the calm heartbeat.
Oh,
So
I
yeah,
didn't.
so
Okay, I
kind of put
didn't
her on
that.
his radar already and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't even peep that.
Yeah,
And obviously, we have a scene where they're picking two random people out, and Matt stays. And obviously, again, I'm just like, how was he about to pull this off as a blind man? You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? It's always like, how was Batman, how was Superman gonna pull this off? At least Iron Man is there. He could just be like, boom, you know, like, baby, I'm here. Like all these other superheroes, they gotta be there and not be there,
yeah.
save
Of
the day,
course.
and then appear.
Yeah,
So it's always to me like, how's he gonna do this? And obviously, he talks to, is his name Esaf? No, Yusuf. Yusuf. Yusuf.
Yusuf.
He
Yeah,
talks to Yusuf, figures out that he doesn't have the numbers to the vault, and he tells him to play it out. Meanwhile, Matt takes care of the other goon by telling him basically he wants to pee another great
yeah,
hallway scene. This is the second hallway scene of the series, I believe.
yeah, yeah.
And it was good.
Like
I
stairwell
this,
series
yeah, the
scene, stairwell
stairwell
scene.
scene. I'm sorry, not hallway. The stairwell scene, and yeah, I like the whole thing when he catches the shotgun. I thought it was gonna go off as he caught it.
Yeah, right.
I really thought it was, and all chaos was gonna break loose, but no. Um,
It was like it was funny that it was the red mask guy with him, which represents Red Daredevil, and then
oh,
the
oh,
blue mask went with Yusef because Miss Marvel's powers are blue, stuff like
oh,
that. So
okay.
it was like little
Yeah,
signals.
it's it, man. See, if I ever write a book, we got so much from like Game of Thrones and all these goddamn Easter eggs everywhere. It's gonna be everything you write is just gonna matter, right? At this point. Uh, but yeah, and then he goes down, and again, Yusef don't ask nothing about how this blind attorney could crack the safe, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
cracks the safe.
So I tell him he can't do it. Well, he's talking, he's breaking it, still opening.
Like you
You
said,
know,
just for
yeah.
once, be a split second. How is this possible?
And then they already knew there was no money there because there was that hockey fan, that guy who was saying it's something
Hmm.
but nothing but safety deposit boxes. So
Hmm.
the guy with the blue mask, they found a key on him, and they end up finally finding the right box and finding that orange diamond.
Yep, and sometimes in banks, and I will attest to this on a lot of movies that we've seen. Sometimes the most expensive things are in writing on paper and them
Yeah,
safety deposit boxes and shit. And obviously, at this point, the police has had enough. Again, I got to shout out to Angie. I believe it was Angie Kim with the joke about the penguin. Well, I'm
yeah.
not going to repeat that joke because uh, just in case the kid is watching.
So,
I'm not gonna repeat the joke.
plus,
Uh,
it'll take forever and waste too much time.
yeah. I mean, the joke was hilarious. The joke, I was like, oh. And obviously the police end up coming in there. They escape, like you said. Inside Man had a plan with the girl. but it ended up not working because the girl ended up getting a piece of candy, and the inside man ended up getting his leg hyperextended. That was brutal. You can say what you want, and I will say this about Disney: bravo, bravo. Yeah, it was far away, and I didn't.
But still, everyone
Yeah, you
cringed
know what
at
I'm saying?
that.
No need to see the bone coming out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
Oh
you're
yeah, that was good enough. Shit.
exactly. And obviously he comes back, and I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, was all this for Youssef to be like, you're going to get the loan? Because I
At
don't
first, I
even
thought the
know,
same thing.
and
Yeah,
I don't even know if we mentioned it talking about this whole episode. Originally, Daredevil Matt, he came in there trying to get a
yeah.
loan.
You mentioned it.
And
Yeah,
okay. And and even Yusuf says, I hope you're not coming here for that. And any regular person, I'd personally be like, really? Uh, you're not going to give me that loan after I saved your life? I would be one of them people. I'm not going to lie.
oh yeah,
But
me too.
no,
Shit.
but no, he says no. I'm not doing that, and he drops the. We are led to believe that he drops the jewelry in the candy, and Yusef finds it, and he's
Right.
just like, oh, and like you say, they're gonna meet for dinner with his wife. She makes the excellent paratas. I think that's what he said, paratas. I would love some of them right now, to be
This
honest.
guy.
But yeah, and that goes to episode 5, and episode 6 is based off of two things: Muse and Kingpin.
Yes.
So whichever one you want to start, go ahead, sir.
Well, we start with that the muse with a new painting and the dead body, right? That the guy they find a black guy with the eyes and
Mm,
stuff, kind of makes it look like him. But then the new painting that showed what was it the kingpin kissing the ass of a
yeah,
like a cow, but a dollar bill
yeah,
representing
it's like
basically like
yeah,
the
yeah.
government.
I wonder what that represented. Do
Yeah,
you?
they were to basically represent him like selling out to the government
Oh, okay, okay,
that something like that, and
okay.
had the kingpin with a question mark above him. A few things, basically just saying that the Muse is against the kingpin.
Yeah,
So the kingpin is like they want them to wash it off, and so that same guy that was in the bank that told them about the safety deposit boxes was trying to spray that paint off, but he found out it was blood. So
yeah,
the Muse is draining blood out of his victims and using it for his paints.
yes,
So they find out it was like a lot, so like what they say said like 60
yeah. It's
bodies
about
or
60
something.
people.
Like
Yep.
yeah, I can't remember, but it was a lot. We're like, damn.
Yeah, and basically as far as King like Kingpin, I'm gonna continue and then I'm gonna say something, but yes, Kingpin, what the hell is Kingpin's actual name? I just
Uh,
forget.
Wilson
Will
Fisk.
Wilson Fisk. So Wilson, obviously, it seems like he's a little bit torn between his crime life and politics, but he does compare them as the same because
Yeah,
he is going his rounds, and even his wife is telling him, because basically in order to do all these policies and have people go to the people and tell them that you are right, you need money, and
yeah,
the government can't pay for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? The government can't pay for your campaign. So they had a luncheon with all these billionaires, and the
right.
billionaires straight ass let him know that we don't like you. Like,
Like you need us type of thing. And then basically
yeah,
at the same time, that's kind of what that's representing that painting. It's like the
yes. And
Muse being right. Like they're telling you have to basically kind of kiss our ass to get what you want, type of thing.
Yep, and shout out to I just want to shout out to a specific actor, my boy from fucking Better Call Saul, Lalo Salamanca. He was the person. I think it. God damn it, I can't. It's so
He
funny.
was,
I see the actor's name, but basically he was the guy. He was the Mexican dude that was just telling him he was giving him the warning, like, dude, we are billionaires. Like,
yeah. He
this
actually,
is not a
he
threat.
was also in Hawkeye. And he was like apparently a character called a swordsman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he was in there before. So like for him to come back was like, oh, because I knew he looked familiar, but I didn't till I like checked the review out. I didn't that they explained. I was like, oh fuck that! I knew that he was
Yeah.
familiar because
Yeah.
you remember when the Hawkeye went bad and he had the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he ended up getting that sword, the swordsman, and trying to use it against them in the Hawkeye show. The Hawkeye ended up getting it back and stuff like that. So you know,
Okay, that's some
yeah,
good shit. His name
yeah.
is Tony Dalton. And I just had to
Mhm.
shout out because I know you've seen Breaking Bad, right? Like you remember the
Oh yeah.
Salamanca's, like the one in the wheelchair, the silent one.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but in the prequel, Better Call Saul, Lalo Salamanca. Oh, he was that dude for a couple of seasons. I had to shout. I was like, "Oh my god, oh that's Lalo right there." So, anyways, you know, Fist. It seems like Fist has to convince. Do you hear my son? Did
Yeah.
you hear that?
Yeah.
You heard that? I can't even. I don't even want to scream and be like Logan, but I will have a talk with him for future episodes. But anyways, it does seem like the Kingpin needs the backing of the elites to even do anything in the port because it seemed like they was like, well, weren't you doing drugs and killing people around that area? So we think even if you want to rebuild it, you gonna make profit. That's basically what the billionaires
Yeah.
think. No. No, no. Go, go. I need you to go. Go. I choose her. Buddy, go. But my choose Logan. Logan, go. Yeah. See? He did just go to the dentist and get a crown and three fillings. So he's a little bit in pain right now. But anyways, yeah, that's what happened with Kingpin. And then I believe we get to the final scene with him letting old boy out with the axe. Let's stop right there because I let's go to Daredevil's side of this because you know what I'm saying. They purposely
Yeah, they
did
purposely
it.
put
They
the fighting
purposely think it.
scenes
So
side to
so that
side. Yeah.
so yeah. You want to start with that one?
I started the last one. You start this
Okay. All right. So damn. Nah, mom. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna lie. My son totally threw me off here. Uh so how did his scene start? Okay, did his scene start with the White Tiger's niece coming in talking to him about
one. Yeah, about
yeah, the disappearances, right?
yeah, and
Yeah.
basically saying that that's what that he was on, and no one would listen to him, and that he thought he came basically to Murdoch for help instead of the police because she can't trust the police, but she
Yeah.
blames them for his death.
And what's so crazy is if he doesn't want to become Daredevil again, he is actually making good points. But just like anybody in the hood, when they think you're a superior and somebody were to come to you, Ito, and you'd be like, Ito, I need your help. And you'd be like, go to the police. They go say the same thing that old girl.
Yeah,
They go just be looking at you. Oh, I thought you were different, Ito. I thought you were one of the good guys.
right. It's like, yeah, really? Why everybody keep coming to this blind lawyer?
Expecting so much, babe.
Right,
So much.
right. Like, come on, you don't know who the hell he is, really.
Yeah. And,
But it's just funny.
yeah.
But yeah, that what do we see else? Anything else of the Muse? I can't remember right now.
Well, we do see the muse. kidnapping two girls, but that's more later in the episode.
Oh, and so yeah, basically he's doing a painting or something. They walk up on him and like, oh, you're Muse, and
Yeah,
basically
and it's like, can we have a pit?
that,
Just like two
yeah,
typical, I'm not even gonna say two typical females, but just two
right,
typical people. And,
yeah,
and just the error of like social media. Hey, you're a serial killer. Can I get a selfie? Like, really? Really?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That painting is supposed to be represent something too about saying how the rich hide in disaster or something and leave the poor to die, stuff like that. It's supposed to be represent something because that tunnel where he stays in, they're saying there's something with that tunnel that had to do with when Loki attacked New York and they tried to rebuild it, and when they did, people died. So they're thinking that's how Muse is connected somehow like that.
Yeah, okay. Man, I always could imagine what's so fucked up. I'm like, man, I wonder how black people felt in this universe. Like, we still try to get our rights, and then all this alien superhero shit happens. I'm just saying, it's kind of a joke, but it's just like, damn,
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah.
like, are we in the hood? You know the hood fucked up in the Marvel universe, dude. Like, it gotta be, right? It gotta
Oh
be.
yeah. Oh
Go
yeah.
Hazel. Go Hazel. But yes.
And
So,
the other thing we didn't talk about Kingpin was his squad that he
oh,
put
I
together.
was, oh yeah, I forgot about the shield. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
The Shield.
The strike team.
So
Because
yeah,
that's
he was
what
so
it
he
is.
was so pissed off from this last painting where the one that we just talked about where the two
Yeah.
girls were dead that he decided to make his own little squad of
Yep. He
fuck them.
decided to hire Vic Mackey.
Basically.
I'm just saying, that's
Yeah,
basically.
basically.
Look, shout out to the Shield. If y'all ain't never seen the Shield, go watch the Shield. One of the greatest TV
Yeah, oh
shows of
yeah.
all time.
Oh yeah.
Top 10 at least. I don't know where I put it in no particular order, but top 10.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
gets all the
assume.
crooked cops and over aggressive cops and puts
Yep,
them in a little squad to hunt down anybody that wears masks,
yep,
basically.
exactly. And no body camera, no nothing. And you know what? I at least say when the commissioner told Wilson, the mayor, wow, that's how you gonna do it. And he was like, well, it did take a sanitation person to find out that there was a serial fucking killer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, bro, like, what you doing? like,
Right?
like what y'all doing? So that was pretty tripped out. And so Cherry informs Matt about this. And he goes, I want to tell you something. Here's a drink. And Matt can already tell from the heartbeat. I'm like, oh, bro, please don't tell me nobody died. That was what I was thinking.
Right.
But no, he tells Matt about the 60 murders and to let the police handle it. Okay, let's be real. If I was Cherry, I'd be like, we need you. There is in no point where we don't need you. This is like Batman just hanging it up. He is the Batman of Marvel. I'm just saying, like, dude, if
He's not rich.
Cherry, for Cherry to sit up here and say that
Well, I guess I don't know. I guess he's rooting for him to keep his calm and not, but Jerry's an ex-cop too, so he was always against Daredevil back in the day. Maybe
yeah,
they didn't want him to lose his cool and all that shit.
yeah, and
Trying to support him, I guess you could say.
exactly until what's old girl's name? What's the little girl's name who gets taken?
I can't remember.
Okay, so the White Tiger's daughter ends up getting kidnapped by Muse.
It's her niece, not his daughter.
His niece, his
Yeah.
niece ends up getting kidnapped by Muse, and Matt says fuck it, and he's about to go get her. And the only thing that I could say, because we got a little bit, we
Her
got
name
about
is
five.
her
What's her?
name is her name is Angela.
Okay, so Angela. The
It's a
only thing
character.
I would say to this is, because we got about like 6-7 minutes or less, just to keep you on time schedule here. That sometimes I like villains who are smart and scientific like him, but can't fight. I was
Okay.
expecting Matt to just whoop his ass. But oh boy, actually gave him some go.
Yeah.
He gave him some go. I was a little shocked at that because he just seemed a little bit like, at the end of the day, like a stoic nerd. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Somebody who was.
Weird. Yeah, well, in the comics, apparently he has much more powers than what he has in here.
Oh, okay, okay, all
Yeah,
right.
he
Well,
has some kind of he has some kind of like sensory power or shit
yeah,
like Daredevil wouldn't be able to find him or some shit like that
Oh, okay.
in the
Well,
comics.
okay. Well, you know what? I ain't gonna
Yeah,
say nothing else because in this,
yeah.
I was like,
He was an inhuman. That's what they call him.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right, well, good stuff. And obviously, you know, the Daredevil ends up saving Angela for a second there. For a split second, I thought she was gone. I'm not gonna.
Right? I'm like, nah, she ain't gonna die.
And then he does the, as every character in every movie or TV show does.
Of
They
course.
do the ha. Like my brother, who's obviously, he works in the ER, you know this. He says, "Bro, like you got to crack them ribs when you be
Oh
cessing
yeah.
somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just can't do it." But I appreciate it, and she came back. Um, and I am shocked when he said, when she was like, "Daredevil," he was like, it's me." I'm shocked that she didn't surprise Matt. Like,
Really.
like I know the voice, but I gotta go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a car. Do you have anything else to say? Because apparently my goddamn dog, everybody is bothering me today. Apparently, this,
Hey.
it's so funny. I hope people come like, oh, we love the kids and the dog. Let's see the dog. Fuck the dog, okay? Right now, but in all seriousness, is it no?
Well, I
We
mean,
still got a
yeah.
good 5 minutes. Was there anything else that we missed?
No, but I guess just him saving her life to let Muse get away. He basically it was
Oh,
a good ass fight. He would let that yell out and shit, which was badass. Had him hanging and let him go before he died.
yeah, one thing. He did Matt did talk to his girlfriend about the whole, she wanted to see if she could interview the Punisher or potentially Daredevil
Oh yeah,
because
yeah.
she wanted to write a new book on what does a mask make you feel like? Does it give
Matt's
you strength?
vigilante. Yeah,
Yeah, that type of stuff. So that
yeah.
was
And
interesting.
we did forget to talk about Wilson Fisk's fight compared, at the same
Oh,
time.
okay.
Because
So,
when
okay,
Daredevil was
so
fighting
we
Muse,
still got a good
yeah,
4 minutes. We still
yeah,
got, dude.
yeah.
This was one of the first
Yeah,
times.
he came out with that axe. I thought he was just gonna kill it. Like he was
Yeah,
just done. I thought he was gonna take that frustration out. I ain't gonna lie.
this was one of the first times I was like, I've always, I told you how I felt about Vincent D'Onofrio's character, about the Kingpin. I love him as Kingpin, but I feel like he's like on the spectrum, if you know what I mean. I
Yeah.
don't want to use that R word because we can get, you know what I'm saying? YouTube ain't, we ain't gonna, they ain't, no motherfuckers ain't never find this video. But this, first when he gave him the axe, I was like, bro, I would have been like, I'll teach you how to love her. I ain't even I ain't even gonna give it. I ain't even gonna come at you with this axe, Mr. Keypad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please. He bodied that dude.
Yeah, he
It
fucked
was.
him
I was
up.
like, I,
And
I,
like I said, it was just so bad at that fight, that back to back, going back and forth between that fight and the Punisher fight
yeah,
against the Muse was badass,
yeah. There was one where Daredevil almost did some like a rock bottom type move, and then
Oh
the
yeah.
Kingpin. I thought he was about to do the same thing, but he put his ass up in the wall.
Yeah.
Kane always like, I,
Someone said,
it,
like, is it a coincidence that the guy Adam looked like Jesus?
bro, bro. And what's so crazy is when the Kingpin sat down after all that, oh boy was still alive.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It was like he still kept his promise to Vanessa. He didn't
Yeah.
kill him.
But
So,
okay, so last question, we're gonna get out of here. When they were on the bed and when they were talking, do you think she was telling him, like, I know you got him, let him go? Like, because he was like,
yeah.
oh, or was that had nothing to do with what they were talking about? Because at first I was like, does she know he
I
has?
don't know. I had that same feeling, so I don't know.
Okay,
But
okay,
I had that like maybe
okay.
she might know, or maybe she might have a feeling. She knows how he is. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Maybe she
okay.
thinks.
I was curious because I thought she was about to spread them legs and put on that thing. I thought she was about to get in the hot
I'm
tub.
down. I'm down.
I'm sorry. I was like, okay. Like I thought they were actually starting to like get closer. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
But okay. Man, this was a
Yeah.
blast, no matter how much interruptions there was. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Melvin Banks.
And this is Ito. And we are
The
the
Carbon.
Carbonation Conversation.
I thought you were gonna let me say the first. I thought we were
Oh,
in sync for a second.
that's all.
Uh, you know that one last funny comment? You know what I have read on YouTube? They said John Cena has all the Infinity Stones and he tried to bury Cody Rhodes Monday with the Infinity Shovel Gauntlet. I was like,
Damn.
oh, bro, y'all do it too much. Y'all do too much.
Damn.
Don't drink and drive.
Drinking fine.
Peace.